How is it going, guys? It is MattySports here with Week 2 predictions of the college football season. I have my special guest here, and please introduce yourself.
I'm Matt as well. Hope that doesn't get too confusing for you. Gonna jump right in here. I'm here to do football predictions with my friend Matthew.
Of course, I had to invite him because he just loves his college football on Saturdays.
Not as much as you, my man. Not as much as you. All right, our first game is South Florida at Michigan State. Of course, South Florida coming off that embarrassing loss at McNeese State. They lost by over 22 points, 53 to 21.
Just abysmal. I mean, come on, USF. You're at home. You're playing against an FCS team. You've got to show up. You got to win that game.
Win your first game. That first game is the setup for the rest of your season.
That's a season-defining loss. People are going to remember that USF season as being, you're the team that lost to McNeese State by over 20 points at home.
People probably don't even know where McNeese State is.
Exactly. It's just a bad loss for the program.
For the record, it is in Louisiana. That's where McNeese State is. Just Birmingham, or not Birmingham, but somewhere in Louisiana. I can't even remember. See, I don't even know where it is. That's how embarrassing it is. I looked it up before this segment, and I still don't even know where they are.
It's just bad reputation. Thank you for USF. I mean, you just got to come off with that win. They're playing against Michigan State on the road. There's no way they're going to win this. It would take a miracle for USF to win. Michigan State should win this easy at home.
By 20 points.
Over 40. Michigan State's 40? Got this by 40.
See, I don't want to go that far. So
40. Easy.
All right.
So our second game here, we have Cincinnati at Illinois.
Be a good game in this one.
It's going to be pretty close. Cincinnati did come off the win against Purdue by over 30 points, while Illinois only came off against an 8-point win against Southern Illinois. So because of that reason, I see Cincinnati winning this game. What about you?
I definitely see Cincinnati winning this game. I mean, it is going to be challenging for them because they are on the road.
True.
And it doesn't matter what team you're playing and what team you are. It's tough to be another team on the road, especially in college football with the atmosphere of the crowd and the stadium. The whole experience is just tough on the road.
You know what team it isn't tough for to go on the road?
Who?
McNeese State, because they won. All right, so those are our picks. We both got Cincinnati. Now we're moving on to our third game where we have number 2 Oregon at Virginia.
I see Oregon taking this one all the way.
Oregon should win this pretty easily.
Again, they are on the road, but they're the number 2 team in the nation, which I think that's a good spot for them to be at.
They're number 2 for a reason, and Virginia did come off the big win against BYU for their season opener. BYU is still a pretty decent team, so it was a good win for Virginia and a good win for the ACC. But
and they do have home field advantage, which I don't think that's going to really affect the way they play here against number 2 Oregon, because Oregon's just stacked.
Oregon's going to come out in their nice uniforms. They're going to look thinking, oh, they have all this swag, and they're going to show why they have swag, because they're going to win this game easily. I mean, they're going to win by at least 30 points.
You would say swag.
I would, but Virginia, in order for them to win, they're going to have to stop Oregon's high-power offense, and they're going to have that home crowd behind them. But it's going to take a miracle for Virginia to win this game. So we both see Oregon winning this game pretty convincingly.
Number 6 South Carolina at number 11 Georgia. Who do you have in this one?
I have South Carolina. This is definitely by far the game of the week in my opinion, but College Game Day does not think so.
Really? What did they say? They say Georgia?
They said that I think they think South Carolina is going to win, but I see South Carolina winning this. Jadeveon Clowney, I think, is going to bounce back from his conditioning problems against North Carolina. South Carolina did have more rest. They played on Thursday while Georgia played on Saturday against a top 10 opponent. And I think Georgia's still going to be hungover from that loss against Clemson. What do you think?
Georgia does have home field advantage here. It does look good for South Carolina. They have a stacked team, high caliber offense this year, and especially their defense with Jadeveon Clowney. I do think South Carolina is going to get the win here, but Georgia's not going to go down without a fight.
Yeah, it's going to be a close game.
Syracuse at number 19 Northwestern.
Now, Syracuse played against a Big Ten opponent last week against Penn State, and they pretty much lost by the last second. And Penn State did come off that win. Syracuse is playing another Big Ten right here against number 19 Northwestern. I see Northwestern winning this game because I think Northwestern's going to have a great season this year.
Me too. I agree.
I think Syracuse, they can hang in there, but they are going to be at the road, and I see Northwestern going to have an easy win at home here. What about you?
Especially the home field advantage is going to be a key factor. Syracuse not that strong of a team now or in the past. I really don't think that Syracuse is going to be able to beat number 19 Northwestern.
I mean, it's Syracuse. I mean, that's a basketball school.
That's a basketball school.
I mean, come on, stick to b-ball. But next up, we have West Virginia traveling on the road to number 16 Oklahoma.
I got Oklahoma all the way. They got home field advantage. They're number 16 in the nation, which I think that's perfect for them. I don't think they're underrated or overrated. I think that's a good place to be ranked.
Yeah, it's a pretty good solid rank for them.
West Virginia is a strong team, but they lost their key quarterback last year. They do have some strong receivers, but I don't think that's going to be good enough to put them in the win column this week.
I agree. West Virginia lost to Geno Smith. I don't think they're going to compete in this game. I think Oklahoma's going to win this easily, and I'll say Oklahoma will win this by at least 3 touchdowns.
That's a big score, but I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Number 15, Texas at Brigham Young. This is my upset special for the week.
And I can respect that. It's a good pick.
BYU at home. They played a great game against, was it Syracuse last week?
They played against Virginia.
Virginia.
West Virginia.
Virginia. They played against Virginia. They had a great game.
But they did have to go on the road at Virginia, which is probably why they lost.
I think that's the only reason they lost.
Yeah.
But now that they do have home field advantage, I think they'll be able to come back and take on this number 15 Texas team and come out with a win.
BYU does have a stout defense. I think that's going to make them what's going to keep them in the game. But I see Texas as just being too great of a team this year. I think Texas is on the rise, and I see Texas winning this game by at least 1 touchdown.
Washington State at number 25 USC. Now, USC is a strong team. That's why they have the number 25 rank. But I honestly don't think that they should even be ranked that high. They're lucky to even be in the top 25. They are a strong team, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I don't think that they're that strong of a team. They do have a home field advantage. That's why I have them in taking the win against Washington State this weekend. But other than that, that's about the only reason why I see USC taking the win here.
Yeah, I don't see USC as being that great of a team. They did lose Matt Barkley, but they still have a key wide receiver, Marquise Lee. And I see Marquise Lee at least getting at least over 100 receiving yards in this game. And Washington State did come off of a loss last week against Auburn. So I see USC winning this game pretty easily at home at the Coliseum.
Want to do your upset special now?
Right, my upset special, it's a pretty good one, let me tell you what. But I have Miami beating number 12 Florida at home in Coral Gables. Now, I have Miami winning this game because of one key reason. Because they have Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson is at least a top 5 running back this year. I think Duke Johnson's going to rush for at least over 200 yards, and that's pretty impressive. Going to be pretty impressive against a pretty great defense of Florida.
That SEC defense of Florida, I mean, that's a great defense. Don't get me wrong. They are number 12 in the nation. I think that's a little bit overrated for Florida.
Yeah, a bit. I don't think they're that great this year.
They are a good team. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're still solid.
I don't think that they're number 12 team this year. I do think that you have a great chance at winning another
upset special, because I got
2 consecutive ones.
I had North Dakota State winning last week at Kansas State.
That one right. Gotta give you credit for that, man.
Yeah, North Dakota State came through on a last-second drive. Now, another key for Miami is that they're gonna have to improve their rushing defense.
Yes.
Florida did get their running back that was suspended from last week. He is gonna return this game. He's their top running back.
He's gonna come out with all guns ablazing. He's gonna be mad. He's gonna be angry. He's gonna want to get some rushing yards and catch up for the game that he didn't play in last weekend.
Miami was number 112 in the FBS last year in rushing yards out of 120 teams. They're going to have to improve that in order to stop Florida's running game. If they can do that, and if Duke Johnson can get on a roll, and Miami quarterback Stephen Morris, he's going to have a great game. And if they do that, I think all the pieces are in place for Miami to pull off this upset.
I agree, but I don't think that they'll be able to pull off the upset this week. I think Florida is too powerful for them. If they can establish the run early, then I think Florida will just run away with it.
All right, so last up, we have our marquee game of the week where College Game Day is going to be at. It is number 14 Notre Dame at number 17 Michigan.
Don't even get me started on Notre Dame, though, man. They were way overrated last year, and I think they're way overrated this year.
Definitely.
I'm sorry if you're a Notre Dame fan out there, but I don't think that they should have gone to the national championship last year. I mean, even this year, number 14, I still think that that's
way overrated.
Way high of a rank for them.
If they're going to be ranked, they should be in like the 25 to 20 range, but yeah. I think they should be unranked this year. Notre Dame did lose their starting quarterback because of a suspension this year in Everett Golson, but Tommy Rees was the starting quarterback back when he was in freshman year. So I mean, they do have experience at quarterback. They are playing in the Big House at Michigan, but Michigan's fans are going to be so on the
road
pumped.
At Michigan. That's crazy, and of course that it's College Game Day at Michigan. That's going to get even more fans there.
And the fact that it's the last game being played in the Big House between Notre Dame and Michigan, I think is going to make it more important for the Michigan team and the fans to come out and try and win this game for them.
I mean, the student body really has to show up and make some noise if they really want their Michigan team to pull off the win against Notre Dame. but I do have Michigan winning this game.
Yeah, I don't really consider this an upset, even though Michigan is the lower ranked team. Michigan is favored in this game, and they're favored for a reason. Michigan's going to be a great team this year. They're going to at least win 10 games, so I have Michigan winning by at least 2 touchdowns.
Me too. I think that they are too high of a rank. I don't think that they should be ranked number 17. I think they should be lower. In my personal opinion, I think that number 17 is too high of a rank for them. So
I do agree, but anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think about my special guest Matt here, Mr. Robinson. But if you have any other picks you would like to see for Week 3, list them in the comments below so we can maybe plan for that. But if you want to see Matt back, let me know. We'll try and make that happen. But I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you guys next week where we pick 10 games from Week 3. See you guys then.
Deuces.